Got a drink of water finally, got that stuff taken care of. Mostly just leveled out the food plot and leveled out the driveway and the yard here and went around the house, camp a little bit. Picked up a bunch of rocks, put in the piles. I will start on the shed in the morning, jacking it up. I think supposed to be warm tomorrow too. Kind of should probably work on here, inside here on the hearth, out of the sun, but maybe in the afternoon once it gets warm I'll work in here, we'll see. But I'm taking a little break. Sam and I are taking a little rest here. Whew. Carpal tunnel in my wrist, freaking horrible. Can't rake, can't pick up anything, can't move anything. What a pain. Always something. Makes it interesting, that's for sure. Hey folks, I remember I had that little surprise thing I wanted to show you. I got it from Craig McCorson in Charleston. He made it. It's the first thing I hung up on my walls here, besides the lily thing down there at the window. But let me show you what I got. There we go. It says, "Don't tread on me," with a snake, with the American flag. Still a little crooked, I think. I'll have to work on that another time because I just pushed the bed back to the wall. First time I'm seeing it away from it. Trying to do it myself, pick it up, hold it up, do the drilling. I had a level, used the level to level it out there, so I don't know if the boards are wrong or the level is wrong, or when I screwed the screw in it went out of level. But there she be. I'll eventually have some flags out on the porch too, but it's down the road. She's a mess right now because I'm trying to get this thing all squared away. I brought something I may be able to cut those. I got masonry blades right there, you can see. And then I got a line thing that'll lock onto those, and I can hold a good true line on those to make the middle cuts. God willing, we'll see what happens. Try and start that tomorrow. I can't wait till all this mess is out of here. Hey, good morning, folks. Just getting out of camp in the morning here. Sam and I are going to take a ride into town of Lincoln. I got to do some grocery shopping. I always go here first and see what I got to have. That way, make one trip while I'm here. Go in and get what I need. I definitely need some ibuprofen. My wrists are killing me and my elbow's all inflamed. And I think my knee's all swelled up from twisting it yesterday. So, that's the fun of that, huh? I'm going into town early because I'll have Sam with me and have her in the truck. I'd rather have her in the truck when it's cool early in the morning here, instead of going later when it's beating sun. It's 80 degrees out. I don't want her sitting in the truck then. So, but it won't be too long. But yeah, we're coming back shortly, and we'll start working on that shed, God willing. See you in a bit. Hey folks, go back from Lincoln. Got our shopping done. I'm going to check the weather because it's getting warm out already. So I'm not sure if I'm going to work on that shed today, or maybe I'll work inside, working on the hearth. I have been wearing these braces and it's a pain in the rear. And see that metal, it keeps sliding out? Both of them keep doing that. That one too, I got to keep sliding them back in. I don't know why they didn't put like a piece of Velcro or something right there. So you put that on and you close it up so it doesn't do that. But it keeps sliding in and it keeps cutting into your arms. Pain in the rear end if you got to use your hands at all, especially if I got the wheel with a wheelchair when I'm in the big stores. And they can keep sliding right out. So anybody who makes these things, that's what's happening. It keeps sliding out onto my wrist. Gonna cut my wrist if I don't keep sliding them back in there. So put a piece of Velcro in there or something that closes that in. Pain in the rear end. Yeah, it's definitely getting warm already. So we may tackle the inside project today. We're gonna have a few pieces of chicken to eat for breakfast and figure out what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna work on here today. It's supposed to be 80 tomorrow and the high tomorrow, 80 today and the high tomorrow is 74, so it'll be a cooler day to go work out on that shed. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna bring these pavers up to the edge where I want them to be. Then I'm gonna mark out on the bottom where they're gonna go. Then I'm gonna have to measure out the gap between where I have to cut other pieces to fit in between them. So I'm gonna I'll have one full one on each side, a second full one on each side. Then the back all the way across will have to have a small piece, and then down the middle will also have to be another small piece. So I got some cutting to do, and hopefully I have the stuff I can use to do it. Well, get on to it, I guess. My seed I couldn't use on my food plot because I thought they would have been harvesting the wood by now, and I would have thought of them able to put the seed out after they're done. But I'm going to use this one anyway, the smaller box. It's just mostly winter rye and stuff like that in that one. The Heidi Hole brand it's called. I'm gonna use that to throw it out there anyway, and I don't want to have a total loss. You know, I don't know, because supposedly they have till the contract was till end of December to cut the lot, but they verbally told me when I went to a meeting with them in a restaurant that it would be mid-July, early August, and now it is early September, so they're off a little bit, but that is what it is. I'm not gonna keep harping about it, you know. Just kind of sucks. It kind of screwed up my food plot plans, that's all. So with these, what I'm gonna do, put these on a couple weeks ago so they're all nice and now I want to bring these all the way to the edge where I want them. Have one hanging that's here. Something like that, possibly. These are all these things are looks like a rock. I think they're actually all completely made out of cement, but they're different colors and shapes to actually look like a rock, but it's not real rock. But it does have like a textured back to it, you can see. So you put the concrete on there and you just stick them individually all the way up and down the wall. I use a different thing. I use a foam caulking for these because I knew they were going to be exposed to too much heat being down on the floor. So I use that for those, but I do have some concrete over here to use the rest. All right, this will use any knife. Hey, get off this, come on. Thank you, good girl, good girl. Alright, that one, I don't want that corner protruding out too much. Like that, I guess. I get this measurement right here. Yeah, that was a little more. Come over here. No. Just here. Out. There. All right. 14.5 inches. Yeah. About 14.5 inches across here. These were supposed to be 24 inches. But they advertise 24. When you measure them, they're 23.5 by 23.5. So you lose an inch when you combine the two together. I thought you'd be able to just cut one of these in half, but it's not going to work. So I had to buy separate one for here and there to cut the 14 or 14.5, but it might be like 14 and I don't know, a third maybe. Won't be quite a half. That way I have a little bit of some little wiggle room there with the concrete and stuff. We'll see what happens. I'm marking this base here so I know how far I'll come out with when I do the mortar. I'll know where you lay that mortar to that line so you don't go too far. And then I'll use a 1/2 inch trowel, wherever that is, over in that bucket. And lay it just in that zone here. And also I'm going to back butter these too, I think. That's why I kind of need somebody to help. If not, it's going to take a little bit more. I'll have to put it this way, flip it over, back butter it, and then flip it back on top of the spot once I get the mortar down. Maybe do it that way. But I'm also thinking I'll have to do the back first and come this way. Because if I do the front first, then I might try and put my hands and weight on these. I don't know. Who knows? But at least that's the process so far. I'll get you some more, maybe get some footage of me cutting the first one. I'll show you how I'm going to try and do that today. See how it goes. Well, folks, I don't know I'm able to cut this porcelain very well. I've been doing that for about 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, but shooting up lots of sparks and everything else, and just chewing that blade right up. But these are masonry blades. Maybe they're not good for porcelain, I guess. I do have a blade that you can use for anything, but I have to try that because these ones aren't going to do so well. Chipping up that porcelain and stuff, well, I didn't want it to do. I bought these specifically thinking that would help, but it is not. You can see how, let me turn this around and show you a better view. Yeah, you can see how it's chipping it up and stuff. I didn't want it to do that. I thought these blades would be all right for that. Here's one of the other blades. I bought 2 of them. It's masonry, but maybe masonry doesn't include porcelain. I don't know. I did buy this thing to help me make work a straight edge, and that's holding on all right. But I believe all that's part of the blade, just flinging off of there. So I'm gonna have to try that other blade because that's not working. It's just making all these chips. I didn't want that to be the case. I do have the tile saw, but I need a generator to run that, and I don't know how easy that would be to try and slide one of these on top of that without extra help, and I don't have the extra help. And I don't have the extra help to start the generator, so I thought this idea, I might be able to at least do it on my own, but I'll try that other blade, see what happens, I guess. Frustrating. These are the same discs. I'm trying to match the holes up so you can see how much got wore off already. That much has been wore off in that short a distance. So I'm going to try this blade here. We'll see how that one works. I'm only going down about halfway. I figured I'd make a start cut first. I was hoping it wouldn't chip off that end, but it's chipping all around it anyway, so it's kind of frustrating there. We'll see what it goes. See how this one works out. Didn't even make bad cut. I was all worried about, well, that's got bad cut there, I guess, because it started through the other thing. But anyway, how far do we got now? How close are we at? I have to move them in a little bit. Makes a lot more dust, that's for sure. I go down for the second cut all the way through. That one cut way faster. I don't know what the heck that other friggin' blade's for, but it didn't do a very good job what I needed it for. That should give me the rest right there. I just need to get this over here. Well, gotta move some stuff so I have the bottom one a lot closer to this edge, so I don't want it to fall down when I'm cutting it. All right, I'm gonna try that second cut. Got these plates moved in closer so it shouldn't collapse on me. Right there, Sammy Brown. Yeah, this is my first 14 and a half. Right there. Not too bad. I got a bit of a chip right there, but a little bit of grout there. Should be good. Oh man, I'm glad that blade worked. That was gonna suck if I couldn't get anywhere with this today. This thing's pretty handy. It has a clamp right on the back. You just slide that. Yeah, slide it somehow. It was sliding. There you go. Yeah, it just slides back and forth, and then you put the clamp on it, clamps right down, so it locks it into place. So you got a straight edge to work against. Oh, doesn't like to unlock very well. All right, this first 14 and a half. This will be an extra that I may have to use at that very back afterwards. See how wide that is right now. That's 9 inches wide by 23 and a half. So I may have to use that in the very back after all this mess is done. It is making a dusty mess. I'll have to open up the back door or something, let some air travel through. But I'm happy. Moving along. I'll get the next one ready. Okay, I just got that one cut and set it in there just to see what it's going to look like. And it's pretty well fit. And I just got another one cut right there, so that'll go in for the next 2, 3. So, and then I'll have to measure the back side. Let me get that all set up and I'll show you what I got there once I get it all set up. All right, there's the 6 I got so far. I just measured this short piece and it's 14 and a quarter this way. 14s are all going to be this way. So I'll cut one more full 1 and a half for there at 14. Another full one for there at 14. Then this one's going to be 14 by 14 and a quarter. So I got 3 more pieces right here to do the job. One I'm going to have to cut twice. So I'll cut the other ones, the ones I need to cut once right now, and go from there. All right, cut my first one for the back. Make sure all my lines are all still straight and squared up and ready to go here. Looks good. Alright, Sammy, holy. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? This one. Should go all the way back there. Bad shoulders, bad wrists, bad elbow. Hey, think of what kids is. Think of what the kids is. Good, Sammy. Yeah. Whew. It's a dusty job. Somebody's got to do it. Oh, boy. 2 more cuts. Well, 3 more cuts. The middle one will have to be cut twice.
Hi, almost done. We're almost done, thank God. Isn't a dusty job, huh? Daddy making a mess. Daddy making a mess of your camp. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we'll clean it up later. We'll clean it up later. Good girl. I'll do it.
Whew. We're getting there. 3 more cuts. Alright, got it all done. Ain't perfect, that last cut. I cut on the wrong side of the line, so I gave myself a little bit of gap there. One side's supposed to be 14, one side's 14 and a quarter, so I cut into the 14 and a quarter, so it's 14 and an eighth, but it's leaving a gap. I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap for playroom in there, but I'll show you a better look at it. Okay, right there you can see the little gap in the back. I'll just move those, close to each other and call it good. And the wood stove's gonna be on. You can see where that defect is there from using the other blade that didn't work for the crap. So that chipped that up. That's gonna be underneath the wood stove and stuff anyway, and I can put a little bit of mortar there and flatten it out. But it's looking good. The corners will match up going down the line. Not too bad. You can see that. I'm gonna put that mortar. You can see the little gap between the rock and the mortar. Oh, I mean the rock and the top. Pull that with mortar. Ain't perfect, but once I can get this all done, then I'll have to give it a week or so to cure. So when it's all done, and then I can start working on that back wall. That's gonna take some time. I don't even know if I have enough brick for it all, but we're gonna find out, I guess. Oh, that was a long time coming. This thing right here coming pretty handy. Make a nice straight line. I did all those cuts with just the one battery, except for the very last cut. I was down to the last half an inch, and the battery killed out on me. So I had to use the other battery for one little piece of that last cut. Not too bad. Alrighty, cool. Hey folks, out here now, working on the tearing apart this cradle that I built. I got 2 10-inch screws holding each log into this log. Then I wrapped it for extra security to keep it from pulling if those screws didn't hold. So I got 4 corners to take care of. And behind this you can see it started dragging a lot of dirt in between that log and the building. So I'm gonna take this apart, at least take this cross brace out of there first. And then I'll start jacking it up. I don't know if I'll get to jacking it tonight or jack it up in the morning, but yeah, I got this one here, then over there, that one there. So I got a little bit of preparation, we'll call it, to do getting this stuff ready. But yeah, I'll work on that. You can see this corner over here. come off just a little bit. So Sammy's right there. And you can see the corner popped out because of that dirt. It was accumulating back there. So I'm gonna take care of that, fix that, and see how far we get and see whether I gotta do the rest. It's like 3:30. I'll get this done. It might take an hour or so. And I gotta start cooking. I want to cook on the grill tonight, so it's part of being at camp, right? Cooking on the grill. All right, we'll get to it. Well, just like every plan of mine lately, nothing's gone perfect. I was able to get a top rope off of that one and the top rope off of that one, but the bottom rope got pinched and wedged in between the two braces on both sides, so I had to cut those. And those screws are so far in there that I can't get them out with the drill now. I don't know, the wood was wet when it was in there too, so it just dries the bone now, and the bit just spins on top of them. So plan B, I'll cut all the ropes, and then maybe I can get into that corner there with a chainsaw. This one I got a bunch of dirt over there. I'll have to dig out first. I'm gonna go do the other side and evaluate where I am from that, and maybe start digging to jack. See, I know this is taking a lot less time than I originally thought because I have to do it a different way. But so that's that. See how she goes. Well, I can definitely see that this is canted. This one's down further, and over there, Sam, your ass is in the way. Over there anyway. Sam's doing some investigating. And I'll definitely be able to get the saw through here. There's no dirt in the way. But I'll try and untie as much as I can here. Usually the top layer I can take, but the bottom layer is wedged in. See how it gets pinched inside of here. This wedge in this divot here, you can't get it out of there. So, and then these screws, I'm not gonna bother. They're obviously, the wood's way too dry and tight or something, I don't know, whatever. They can stay in for all I care. So I'll go and do the same thing with this one and then that one over there. All right, I was able to save the top one of these. That one, you can see how it's wedged in there. The same thing with that one, got wedged. This roll here is from over here. Tossing it out that way. Yep, so those are wedged. I'll have to take chainsaw and just cut from here on both edges, get that log out of there. But I think I'm gonna try and dig some holes and get the jack under there. And do that far corner over there, and then this corner here, 2 jacks, and see if I can get it up evenly and balanced, and so I'll get something under it, but we'll see. My trusty Labrador Retriever Samantha right here with me. Good girl, Sammy. Sam? Hi. Well, I ain't obviously the smartest person on the planet. Keep trying to do more and more work, and I freaking destroy my body. I feel my clavicle feels all screwed up for some reason. I don't know why. My wrists are giving out as usual. But I'll show you what I'm doing now. There's a hole. As you can see, I got this block under there so far. I want to be able to put a cinder block, bigger cinder block under there, but I think I'm gonna go around and lift it all up a little bit, and then lift it all up a little bit more. You have to dig quite a deep hole to get that one, and this is the lowest corner, I think. It's either this corner or the other one, but I think the other one, the soil drops off in the back, so it won't be as bad. And that one, it even drops down over there, so I'm gonna use the bigger jack. Try that one. But this is a slow process of trying to get this jacked up. I want it higher off the ground than it was for once. That's why I want these cinder blocks instead of the flat ones. And the flat ones, they were like flat like that. I jacked it up and brought them up this way to be able to put the logs under. But I want it even higher than that with these ones here. That way get a little bit more air under there. Because at the very bottom on the back corner there, was starting to rot a little bit. I put that board back on. So I'll just mess with it right now. Mess with this side, but I don't want to do much more because I gotta start cooking before the sun goes too far down. I'll just maybe work on this front side to get it started and go around and do the whole rest tomorrow. I got the grill waiting for me over there. Whew, tough work.